Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I am going to talk to you guys about being a young retiree and putting on some makeup at the same time. So if you're interested in watching this video, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so many of you know that I am a very young retiree. I retired from my job as a public bus driver of 28 years at the age of 50, May 2020. I started driving the bus at 22 years old, and it was a career job. So when I got hired there, it seemed like everything in my life that was out of order fell into place. So I drove the bus. Now, what am I going to put on first, though? I need to find some, I'm going to put this on. Or should I put this on here? I'm looking for something. What am I looking for? Let's try this. This is a Radiance Base Lumiere Prep and Prime by MAC. Now guys, I'm telling you right now, my makeup is old because I'm not a makeup channel. I am mainly a natural hair channel. So that's why I have old makeup. So this is what this primer looks like. I don't know if I've ever used this before, but primer is to help your face set real nice when you put your foundation and stuff on too. I mean, on top of it. This is a radiance one, so it's going to make my face look radiant, but I don't see how because I need to work on myself. I'm a young retiree. I retired at 50. I started at 22, and I've just been winging it ever since. So as a young retiree, the disadvantage is the fact that I don't receive Social Security. I won't be able to receive Social Security until I'm 62. I do have some IRAs and CDs and other stuff like bonds and other stuff that I saved up as a youngin', but the fact that it's the fact that I don't get it, because you don't get your little stocks and bond money and stuff until you turn 59 and a half years old. So I'm only 52, so I have 7.5 more years to go. Also, with my retirement check I get every month, because I can work and receive a full-time pay from any job because it won't affect my income. That money that I get from retirement, that is because I invested into my retirement, my pension, and it's giving me back the money I invested, plus they match it and all this other good stuff. So I'm able to make money on the side or full-time job and get full pay, and it won't deduct money out of my retirement check. All right, so what am I gonna put on as far as makeup today? Lancome. I don't match any of my makeup right now because I have been bad and I have not been eating right, and which is the normal stuff around here, like when you gonna act right. So I'm gonna get this little dark foundation right here. Man, this is dark, but I think it'll blend in right with my skin right now. And this is the Revlon Colorist foundation number 440. So I'm saying that to say this. Now, I can live off my money that I receive, but it's so little and I'm not used to it, and I don't want to live off of it. So there are times that I do feel like working somewhere else, and there are times I don't feel like working somewhere else. What that look like? I knew that was gonna be a little off, but so what? So yeah, so right now I'm off work. I had a temporary job at Lowe's this summer for 7 months and almost 8 months, a little bit of short of 8 months, and I've been off work. So today is December 1st, and I can take off work and survive for a few months in between jobs. So I'm ready to go back to work. So lately I've been applying for jobs, and a lot of the jobs I've been applying for, I don't qualify for them. It's hard getting a job at 50. Well, not so. It's kind of hard to get a job when you're in your 50s, and especially if you don't have a degree in education. So I don't have a degree. And when I got hired at my job at Metro, I had no degree. I only had was a diploma, a high school diploma, which was okay. I still made decent money, just as much as anybody with a degree. I could have made way more money had I worked overtime, but I did make more money when I was younger. And then as the years went by, I did not want to work that hard. So I didn't make as much money as I could. I just wasn't into the job like that. It got to the point where I just got tired of doing customer service, and I was just not a friendly person. My mood changed, my whole personality changed, everything just changed. So I said, it's just time for me to go. Plus I was acting bad at work. Like, like a freaking murderistic nut job. And when you're a customer service person, you have to actually care. And it got to the point that I just didn't care. I did care about most things and most people, but it got to the point where I got kind of reckless. And I said, you know what? Better skip on out of this job before I lose my pension and getting fired. So that's what I did. I bounced out. So now here I am now, over a year and a half later, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. Now, when I was younger, I saved my money up, and I got it to where I paid off my house and my cars. But I never did figure, what am I gonna do? I never did figure in, now, what you gonna do in between 50, because I could have retired at 47. I stayed there until I was 50. And so I said, well, what you gonna do in between that gap of 47 or 50 or whatever, up until you're 59 and a half years old or 62? And I said, well, you know what? I don't know. So the way I set my money up as a young person, I set it up to where I can survive. I set it up to where I was good for that time. And then when I retire, I didn't set up in between 50 or 47 to 62. I'm like, so now what you gonna do? So here I am now at 52. Like, what you gonna do with your life now? When you don't, what you gonna do now? And so I didn't close in that gap. I didn't figure that out. So here I am looking like, okay, girl, now what you gonna do? So people say, well, why did you retire from your job anyway, knowing you was that young? I just refuse. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I started my job at 22. I was not dropped. In order for me to retire with full, not even full Social Security. If I would have waited till I was 62, which is the minimum age, because in order for me to get full Social Security, I had to be 67. I think my age is 67. I wasn't driving no bus from 22 to 67. That was, how many years is that? Echo. 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 What is 67 minus 22?
67 minus 22 is 45.
Who would they thought I wasn't driving no bus for no 45 years? I wasn't driving no bus for 45 years. I just couldn't stand it. No. And I figured there is something more to me than driving a freaking bus. And that's how a lot of people get stuck at their jobs, miserable jobs, to where they feel like they can't do anything else. I've always felt that I can do something else. And YouTube fills in those gaps when I need like a little extra money coming in until I find something what I want to do. But I will say this, I'm not used to watching my money so closely. Now, the only thing about getting a pension check as a young retiree and not getting your Social Security, you have to pay attention to your money because that money will just be spent so quickly. Now, let's give an example on what happened to me when I was just astonished. I was just shocked and I was outdone when I received, what am I going to do? When I received my gas bill. So guys, if you don't know, you better be ready. If you ain't got your gas bill yet, you're going to be you're going to be in for a rude awakening. So with my here we go. I'm gonna put the wrong color on. I'm gonna put the right color on. Then I'm gonna put the wrong color on. Then I'm gonna blend it out. These are my Tarte eye concealers. So when I got my gas bill the other day, I was like, whose gas bill is this? How did it jump from this little bitty amount to this astronomical amount? And ever since this damn pandemic hit, everybody wants to raise up their prices and blame it on the pandemic. Like, I'm starting to have a problem with y'all. I don't know if that's all the way true. Well, because of the pandemic, that's why we have to go up. And I can see it because people are not working. So the supply and demand is low, high, and we don't have enough workers. So if we don't have enough workers and people losing money, they got to make it up some kind of way. They got to make us pay for it. And so it freaks me out to know that my money is okay, but the cost of living is not okay. It's higher. So eventually, I'm not going to be able to survive in my mind, I'm not gonna be able to survive off my pension check alone. And I didn't plan on living off my pension check alone. I never did plan that like that, no way. I felt like my pension money was just enough money for me to live off of until I decide to go back to work. Or if I'm not working, I'm okay. It's gap money to me. So if I don't want to work here, or if I get fired here, or if I quit there, I'm okay. I have gap money until I get to the next crossroad, until I get to the next job. But baby, let me tell you something. Pension money is not designed for you to live off of. Unless you got Social Security comes in, or you make really good money and you just don't spend your money. I have to tell you, if you're a person that spend your money, you better not retire. I'm a person who spends her money. I can still manage and budget, but I spend my money. You can't spend your money the same way you did when you worked. And it's hard to turn that off, guys. So if I'm used to making this amount of money per year, and I go all the way down to this little bitty money, my brain still says I can still spend my money the way I want to. Nuh-uh. Your spending has to match your budget. So I've gotten really, really good with watching what I spend, but I still have those urges. But when I first retired, baby, I was like, oh, my money was going down real quick because I was still spending. You just cannot spend your money the same way. But if I had some Social Security coming in, I could spend my money the same way. Got me? So I'm saying that to say this, I've been applying for jobs, and I really did enjoy working at Lowe's, but I was just glad that I had a little break. So today at 2:50, I have a job interview, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But I've been applying for jobs lately, this last week or so, because like I said, my money is not matching the economy that's coming in. And I didn't plan on living off my pension by itself anyway. And people say, why are you trying to go back to work when you got retirement money? First of all, I'm 52. I still got a lot of work time in me. I didn't plan on driving a bus all my life. I wanted to do something else. I wanted a whole new career. Second of all, what was my question again? Oh, I'm just used to having that base money coming in. I've always done YouTube on the side. And so for me to depend off of it, and with my pension, it feels like there's something missing. I'm used to a certain base feel, which is, I guess it's called security. I've been institutionalized. I'm used to a job. Will I always work a job? Yeah, if I feel like it. And if I don't, I don't. But I probably will always work a job. I just like that feeling of having a base. Of a baseline. And so luckily for me, YouTube comes in handy. I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. I make about, on a good month, $250 a month. Is that a lot of money? No. Could I make more? Yeah. But I'm not into YouTube like that. I'm not into YouTube to where I want to make $5,000 a month or even $1,000 a month. And I don't post videos that much. I don't do sponsors. I don't mess with brands. I don't want nobody putting their advertisements on my videos. I don't want to work with people. I don't like people like that. And being in customer service for all those years, it turned me off from wanting to be around people and talk to people all day like that. I also want a job that I don't have to deal with cash. I don't want to deal with cash. I did apply for some positions at Lowe's. They just simply didn't want me there. I'll just say that. But they had some cashier positions, and I said, well, let me just go and apply for it. Maybe I'll like it. I knew I wasn't going to like it, but they talked about I had a job interview with Lowe's, and they said, well, we'll call you if we want you. And then if we don't want you, we'll send you an email. Like, fool, are you kidding me? It was like 5 positions open at Lowe's. This is my Airspun little white powder. Sometimes if I feel like it, I'll put a little bit under my eyes to brighten it up and set my little concealer before I put on my other stuff. So I had applied for Lowe's cashiering job. Yeah, they're going to tell me that they'll call me and let me know. So my thing was this, I got really irritated when they told me that they'll call me if they need me. Like, fool, ain't nobody checking for no Lowe's like that. You got 5 positions open as for a cashier's position, and you want to tell me that you want to tell me later if you want me to go there. If you want me to be hired. So when a job tells you we'll call you, knowing that they have job openings already, They don't want you for real. So the next day when I went to work, I told the interviewer guy, I said, you know what? I don't even want the job. I said, I'm withdrawing from the position. And he was like, why? And I was like, I said, because I don't want to deal with cash, which was the real truth. But the really, really big truth was, you don't want me here no way. You would have said, hey, you got the job. But you want to tell me, you want to call me back, or let me know, whatever. No, you ain't doing that to me because I ain't gotta be at your little beck and call. Plus, I'm tired of working anyway. So it worked out well anyway. Wasn't really feeling like working. I just needed to take a little break. So here I am now, like, okay, you need a job. I've had a little break. I still got some things to do around here. I could probably do it by the end of the week and get that done. So if I get if they say, hey, if you, like I said, I have a job interview at 2:50. If they say, hey, we'll hire you today or whatever, when do you want to work? So I'm always tell them Monday. To give me a week or so to prepare mentally for work. All right, so I got my face on. I knew it wasn't gonna match. Should have went darker, but I'm not gonna go darker. Who cares? I'm just gonna throw on some, let's throw on some little powder, banana powder from Sasha. See, I told you this is old. Don't nobody even talk about Sasha, do they? I don't really watch beauty channels too much now because I just have lost interest, which is not common, which is very common for me. I will just lose interest in doing stuff. I'll be on something for a while, then I'll say, no, I don't care no more. But I really do miss wearing my makeup out in public. And sometimes I still do wear my makeup in public. Looks crazy, but I still wear it anyway because I just feel really pretty with my makeup on. I don't want to rush my age or anything and say, hey, I can't wait to get my Social Security. No, I'm going to do what I want to do, which is go to work. I just don't want to drive a bus. And guys, I had applied for unemployment too. And I don't know if I'll get it or not because I get pension. They said, what jobs would you be interested in? And so I said, well, I'll put my driving experience down first. And then I put down Lowe's as a garden. I was a gardener, an outside garden girl at Lowe's. But I put as a primary preference was driving. And so the unemployment office gave me some suggestions to apply for as far as driving. Now I still have a Class B driver's license. I can get a job making decent money. I can start off with 40 something and $50,000 a year. I can live off that. I don't have no kids. I don't have a house note. I don't have car notes. I don't have all that. So that's pretty decent. And then with my pension, that's really, really more money. But the problem would be I can't stay awake. Now, there was a job that I could apply for, like Greyhound, and there's one company called Motor Coach, but it's called a different name now. And Motor Coach and Greyhound, they are both over the road, like charter buses. I can drive that bus. The thing is, I can't stay awake. I have sleep apnea. 12 o'clock in the morning or 11:30, my eyes are going to sleep, and I will go to sleep driving the bus. Did I go to sleep driving the bus? Yeah. When I had my job, my full-time job, yep, I was asleep. That's why I didn't really work. I tried to stay off mornings. If I worked the AM run, like going to work at 3:30, 4:30, and 5, it was the wrap. I am going to fall asleep while driving that bus. Guys, I'm letting you know, a lot of those bus drivers be asleep driving. But we learn how to drive sleep. And my passengers be like, hey, bus driver. I be like, hey, girl. Bus driver. Some of them notice us being sleepy, and they'll stand there and talk to us, or they would, be in the front. But a lot of times, like when I was severely depressed, I would go to sleep talking to one of my passengers, and they'd be, bus driver, wake up, right in the middle of talking to him. Like, it was bad. When I had that depression, it was bad. I was falling asleep a lot. So I'm saying that to say I don't want to run a risk. I should have put on some what's it called? My little bronzing powder, but oh well. I can still do it. I cannot drive certain times. That morning stuff, and really, really, like from 11:30 at night until to 6:30 in the morning, I can't drive overnight. That's not a good time for me. Plus, I started looking at some videos about bus drivers and how they interact with passengers, and I instantly started feeling nauseous, and I started feeling really, 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 really sick, and I started having anxiety, and I started getting angry. It frustrated me just that quick. I cannot drive a bus no more. I'm just so done. I'm spent. I can't. I said, stop trying to force yourself to even think that you can. I cannot do it. I am mentally burnt out. I am mentally over it. And I'm just not going to even try to. So if I can get a job that pays decent money, including my retirement check, I'm good. I don't need that much. I don't need that much money per month. I don't need a lot of money. I don't need that. I just need some money. All right? And I can survive comfortably off some money. I can live comfortably off $11 an hour, $12 an hour, $13, whatever. I don't have to make all the money I used to make. I have to make really good money. I don't have to make that now. I cannot do it. I'm doing a phone interview today, and I'm putting on makeup just to do my phone interview. Now that's gonna make me feel confident because I know they can't see me. Like, Nezi, why are you putting on some makeup for a phone interview? Well, it just makes me feel good. It doesn't have to be logical to anybody, as long as it's logical to me. It is so hard putting on makeup and talking. I like to just put my makeup on. I ain't gotta be talking. I like looking at videos when I do my makeup. It is absolutely frustrating to try to find my stuff. All right, so I'm gonna put on this little burgundy brown pencil. I used to wear this all the time. I think because my hair was red. And plus, I wouldn't mind really having 2 retirement checks come in, because eventually my retirement check is not gonna be that amount. It's not gonna be that much because cost of living is gonna chew it up. And also, guys, let me tell you, I have 7 years worth of sick time that the job owed me, and I get it in my pension check every month. So I get my pension check with an additional sick time pay on top of it. But it's going to only last for 7 years. After 7 years, my check's going to go down even lower. So I have to find some type of extra income so I can survive comfortably the way I like in the future, because my pension check in 20 years, it's going to be eaten up just from life. It's going to not be that much. And so I'm going to take advantage of it now. I could use my pension check to pay off some credit cards. I got a couple of credit cards, or I can take that money and save some things or do some minor repairs around here. I don't just want to live off my pension check. That little check can get eaten up real quick throughout time. It's cool for a while. But with all these new strands of sickness, I can't say the C word. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Every time you look around, we got a new strand. And guys, I am so afraid of getting that shot. I did not get no shot. But if I work in a hospital or any place, which is almost everybody, any place that has over 100 employees, I'm going to have to get the shot. So I have already faced the fact that there's a huge chance that I have to get that stupid shot. There's no way around it if I want extra money to come into my household. Am I against it? No, I'm not against it for other folks. Just as long as it ain't me. I just don't want to be injected with that crap. That's the way the life thing is today. You want to work, you got to bite the bullet and get the injected juice to stop you from getting the infection juice, especially if you work in a hospital. So I just told myself, you got to do what you got to do if you want to have a certain kind of comfort in your household. I'm just going to take this blush brush that I put on my cheeks, put it right here. This used to be kind of like my everyday face, something just to have a little bit of flush of color on my face. So I had a good day today. I got nothing done. Today I was supposed to get up and go. Well, today I was supposed to have my mammogram. When I got there, they said, we don't see your name. We don't know who you are. I was like, well, what are you talking about, girls? What are you talking about? Well, you're not on here. So come to find out, I didn't have an appointment today, and they scheduled me for Friday. It wasn't my fault. The person who scheduled me supposed to, I don't know what happened. It wasn't my fault, because I called and confirmed yesterday. They said, yeah, you have an appointment today. I said, okay. And when I got there, they said, no, you don't have an appointment today. Shame on them, shame on them, shame on them. I rescheduled my mammogram for Friday. So I'll be going there Friday. And I said, well, you know what? Let me go and visit my father. As soon as I got to go see my father is in the nursing care facility. As soon as I got there, he had to get some treatment because he fell and broke his neck, and he's got some things going on there. And so he had to get treatment. And next thing you know, I had to leave. So I went and played around with some scratchers tickets. And then I came home. And then I got a notification in my email saying, hey, we want to give you an interview over the phone. Over the phone. Just please let us know what time you want us to have this interview. So I'm kind of excited about this job interview. And then again, I'm not, because I don't want no stupid shot. It's the name of the game. All right, I'm just going to take this brush here and use my chocolate bar. You know this is old. This is old. I'm going to use the burgundy color one, this right here. And just do this smudge. Just to put something under here so the black won't be running everywhere. That's one thing about this black highlighter. It will run down your face. So I'm going to take a little bit of this color here and put it on my eyelid. I'm not going to put this on my whole lid, just a little bit, right? Like half of my lid. And then I'll blend the rest of it out with my blush brush. Oh, I got some fallout. Do they still say that? Fallout? This was supposed to be a 5-minute face, but that did not happen that way. So do I have any regrets of retiring early? No, I'm not. No, because I was completely miserable at my job. I knew that I was young enough to get another job, but at the same time, I was kind of older to get another job. You don't see yourself as being 50. You don't see yourself as being an older woman or older man. You see yourself as always being young, and that is not always the case. But I didn't let that stop me. I knew I was still young enough to still work, and somebody would have hired me. And somebody's going to hire me because I'm just hireable. I'm a hireable type of chick. You going to hire me, right? You going to hire me. That's what I'm going to say in my job interview. You like me, right? You going to hire me, right? So I have a little bit of mascara on. Let's dry. Because sometimes, girl, if I start moving around in my eyes, my mascara is not dry, it'd be all on my face down at the bottom. Oh, Lord. Phone ringing. Girl, what's going on? I have to call her back, too. That's my cousin. Girl, the phone ringing and stuff. So I'm going to put on my Moonchild highlighter. I remember back in the day, all the girls was using the fan, and it never did do me well. But I'm going to put it on anyway because I don't feel like looking, and I got to get ready for my job interview. Alexa just told me that my interview is in the next 10 minutes. So I'm putting on Pink Heart. Now, one thing I don't like about the fan, it adds a strip of color to your face, child. It's just a strip. But it's good, like, if you want to go down your nose, like this. It gives you precision to go straight down your nose and stuff like that. So, if you want precision to go in straight lines, the fan brush is good. But if you want to make it look like it's blending, then you'd be like, why is it just sitting like that? So I'm going to put on my everyday color, or my everyday lip color when I do my videos. This is by NYX NYX Slip. It's a NYX Slip Tease. Man, I have to call her back. I told her I was gonna call her back. Something always pop off right when you gotta do something. This color is called Fatal Attraction. And normally when I do my videos, I have my phone on vibrate. No, I have it on silent or do not disturb. But since I'm having a job interview in the next 8 minutes, I didn't want to make a mistake and not have my phone on. So I think I'm ready for my job interview now. Although it's a phone call interview. I want to just find another color to put on. Let me put on some electric eyeshadow. Had me buying all this eyeshadow, knowing I ain't gonna be able to use it in the next 5 years. So I'm gonna put this little chartreuse neon color right here. This is how you make a simple eye look not so simple. I am pressed for time, but I am making good time. Yes, I am. I'm making good time. This will look a whole lot better if I had a fuller face going on, but oh well. So I'm gonna take this little brush right here and blend it on out. Look like I had some skippies. Meaning my eyeshadow wasn't laying down right over here. It looked like it was skipping. It had some skip marks. What time is it? Oh, got 5 more minutes, guys. I'm gonna make it. take my hair down so when she called me, she could see me through the phone. It look like I got some little squiggly things going on. All right, guys, so I am done. Hopefully she can say, well, you know what? You look pretty good for your interview through the phone. Whoo, stuff flying everywhere. All right, guys, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's stuff flying. There's stuff flying everywhere. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And if so, make sure you thumbs up, leave a comment, share, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.